In spite of the great decline that our planet has witnessed in the levels of poverty in the world, 1 of 9 people around the world still lives in famine and poverty. And I have been guided by the Global Poverty Index for the year 2020. In this video, you will get to know more than 10 countries in the world that suffer from poverty. Mozambique. Mozambique is a country rich in natural resources and has made great strides towards becoming one of Africa's fastest-growing economies. However, the country is still recovering from a 16-year civil war that began when it gained independence from Portugal in 1975 and ended in 1992. The 2018 Human Development Report estimates a gross national income (GNI) per capita of $1,093 and a life expectancy of 58.9. According to the Planet Bank's most up-to-date estimate in 2014, over 46% of Mozambicans live below the poverty level. While it's anticipated that citizens will complete 9.7 years of schooling, the mean years of schooling completed is just 3.5. Concern previously worked in Mozambique between 1984 and 2017, and returned to the country in 2019 following the landfall of 2 major cyclones in the country, including Cyclone Idai. This emergency response has now moved into an early recovery phase, as we equip subsistence farmers with seeds and other agricultural inputs to help them replace crops destroyed by flooding. Liberia. Africa's oldest republic, Liberia suffered from a series of civil wars between 1989 and 2003. While peace has now outlasted war, GNI per capita may be a mere $667 with anticipation of 63. Liberia was also hit hard by the West African Ebola epidemic of 2014-16, which infected 10,675 Liberians and killed 4,809. The outbreak has had a lasting impact on the livelihoods of survivors. The World Bank's most recent survey of the country in 2016 estimated nearly 51% of the population living below the poverty line. While education is expected to last 10 years, most Liberians only complete 4.7 years of schooling. The needs are enormous, and Concern has been active in Liberia for 23 years working to offset the consequences of poverty. This includes helping with clean water initiatives to support the 42.5% of Liberians without access to protected wells, nutritional programs to offset the 35.5% of children who are stunted, and initiatives against malaria and gender-based violence. Mali. The 4th largest country on the African continent, Mali's capital of Timbuktu once flourished as a trading post. Today, however, the country, which gained independence from France in 1960, has a GNI per capita of $1,953 and a life expectancy of 58.5. Ongoing war and conflict mean that the mean years of schooling in the country is just 2.3, compared to an expected 7.7 years of schooling. The World Bank's most up-to-date data from 2009 reveals that over 41% of the population lives below the poverty level. 7. Burkina Faso, bordered by both Mali number 8 and Niger number 1. Burkina Faso is another former French colony that has suffered conflict and coups following its independence in 1960. Drought has also plagued the country, resulting in a mean 1.5 years of schooling compared to the expected 8.5 years. Burkina Faso's GNI per capita is $1,650, with a life expectancy of 60.8. The World Bank's 2014 data indicate just over 40% of the population living in poverty. 6. Sierra Leone on peacekeeping mission helped to quell Sierra Leone's 11-year civil war in 2002. While the country's economy has grown in peacetime, it was one of the two countries hit hardest by the 2014-16 Ebola epidemic alongside Liberia number 9. The World Bank's most up-to-date data predates this epidemic, with 2011 estimates indicating nearly 53% of Sierra Leoneans living below the poverty level. The country has a life expectancy of 52.2 years, with a GNI per capita of $1,240 and a mean years of schooling at 3.5, compared to the expected 9.8 years. Concern first entered Sierra Leone during the country's war, and we've been there for 23 years. While the Ebola outbreak has passed and therefore the economy has rebounded partially thanks to the resumption of ore mining, the outlook remains challenging. One area of focus for us is the country's environmental challenges, which are directly linked to a number of potential emergencies such as the 2017 mudslide.